Have you ever felt that life holds a deeper meaning beyond the routine of daily tasks and fleeting worries? Or perhaps you have already sought answers in many places, through books, teachings, or practices. Too often, we seek what is already within. The key lies not in searching outward, but in learning to unveil the treasures of our own soul. These treasures are waiting to guide you, to illuminate your journey. In this video, we will reveal a clear and simple path to spiritual awakening. Steps that will help you reconnect with your spirit, discover your divine essence, and harmonize your inner and outer worlds. Picture yourself standing at the threshold of the most profound journey you will ever take. This is not a journey across lands or seas. It is an inward voyage to the depths of your true being, a sacred quest to uncover the light within. Like a wise traveler setting out, you will not begin this path unprepared. Imagine an invisible backpack that you carry, not one filled with material possessions, but with the inner resources that will sustain you. These are the gifts of clarity, strength, and purpose waiting to be awakened. Preparation is essential. Before we take our first step, let us gather what will uplift and support you on this sacred journey. A quiet mind, an energized body, and a space that mirrors your growing harmony. The poet Rumi once said, "What you seek is seeking you." To meet what is seeking you, you must first open yourself to receive it. Let us begin this awakening together. Before taking your first step on this sacred path, close your eyes and let your heart speak. Ask yourself a single, powerful question. Why am I drawn to this journey? This question is not meant for the mind, but for the soul. The answer, whether whispered or clear, will light your way. Perhaps your heart will say, "I seek peace," or "I wish to know my true self." Whatever arises, hold this intention like a flame, letting its warmth guide your steps. Each morning, as you awaken, repeat this intention softly, as a prayer or mantra, and let its light expand within you. Let gratitude be your companion. Each evening, reflect on 3 moments of beauty or grace that touched your day. They could be as simple as the kindness of a smile, the golden light of the sun, or the stillness of the night. As Eckhart Tolle reminds us, gratitude opens the door to power, wisdom, and creativity. In gratitude, we weave golden threads that connect us to the present moment and the sacredness of life itself. Intention and gratitude are not merely practices, they are keys. Each morning of intention begins a new chapter of your awakening. Each evening of gratitude deepens the joy of the journey. Your mind is a constant companion on this path. Yet like a crowded marketplace, it can be filled with the noise of endless thoughts clamoring for attention. To journey inward, you must cultivate silence, for it is in stillness that truth is revealed. Begin with mindfulness. Each day, set aside 5 to 10 minutes to sit quietly. Close your eyes and observe your thoughts as if they were clouds drifting across a vast sky. Do not judge or cling to them, simply let them pass. As Buddha taught, we become what we think. Let your thoughts transform into reflections of peace and clarity. Consider keeping a journal, a sacred mirror of your inner world. Begin with the question, what has taken away my peace today? Write with honesty and openness, letting your words carry away the heaviness of the mind. Over time, you will notice how your inner landscape clears, like a still pond reflecting the heavens above. Free your mind from unnecessary noise by stepping away from the digital world for an hour each day. Place your phone aside, close social media, and simply be. In this silence, you may discover a profound stillness, a reminder of the beauty that exists in simplicity. A quiet mind is like a polished mirror, reflecting the radiant light of your soul. Your body is the sacred vessel through which the divine flows. It is the temple where the spirit dwells. And like any sacred place, it must be honored and cared for. As Sadhguru teaches, your body is the instrument through which you experience this world. Begin with movement. Walk amidst the trees. Feel the earth beneath your feet, and let nature's rhythm guide you. Stretch each morning as if awakening every cell to life's vitality. Consider practices such as yoga or qigong to harmonize your energy and prepare for the deeper transformations to come. Nourish your temple with mindful eating. Choose foods that are light and vibrant, fruits, vegetables, and pure water. For a time, release heavy or processed foods and observe how your body becomes lighter and your mind clearer. Every meal is an act of offering to vitality or to fatigue. Breathe with awareness. Each breath is a sacred exchange between you and the universe. Pause for a moment each day to take 5 deep, intentional breaths. Feel the air enter your lungs, kindling the fire of life within you. Imagine your surroundings as a garden reflecting your soul. To nurture this garden, you must clear away the weeds, or objects, thoughts, or energies that no longer serve your growth. As Osho once said, the fewer things you have, the fewer things have power over you. Begin by creating a sanctuary, a sacred corner where you can return to yourself. It could be as simple as a candle, a soft mat, or a living plant. This place becomes an anchor, a reminder of your intention and a space to cultivate peace. Cleanse the energy of your space as you would cleanse your heart. Light a candle, play soft music, or sit in quiet reflection. Imagine the flame of the candle dispersing any heaviness, filling your surroundings with warmth and clarity. Your space is a reflection of your inner journey. By tending to it with care, you create an atmosphere of harmony that supports your awakening. These steps are the foundation of your sacred journey. Begin today, for every moment is a chance to awaken the light within. Ask yourself, what small step am I ready to take now? And know that with every step, you come closer to the infinite truth of your being. Picture your emotions as a vast and boundless ocean. There are moments when its surface is calm, reflecting the heavens above with serene clarity. And yet, there are also times when powerful waves crash and rise, filling the horizon with restless energy. This ocean is not separate from you. It is a reflection of your inner world. And though you may feel like a small boat tossed by the storms, remember this profound truth. You are not the boat, you are the captain. True mastery does not come from halting the storm or fearing its strength. Instead, it is born from understanding its nature and guiding your ship with wisdom and courage. The storm is not your adversary. It is energy, a force that, when harnessed, can propel you toward greater peace and transformation. Imagine yourself as a traveler navigating the path of life. As you walk, an unexpected storm of emotions arises, swirling around you with intense energy. In this moment, pause, Close your eyes and sit as if you were a weary traveler resting under a tree to regain clarity. Allow yourself this sacred pause, a moment to reconnect with your center. Visualize pressing a stop button in your mind, halting the chaos and creating space for stillness. Now, take a deep breath, slow and deliberate. Feel the air as a gentle friend, entering your being and offering calm. With each exhale, imagine all tension dissolving, like mist evaporating under the warmth of the sun. In this simple act of breath, you return to yourself, to the quiet strength within. This is not just a technique, it is an act of self-remembrance. You step beyond the pull of emotions, becoming the witness instead of the participant. As Eckhart Tolle reminds us, emotions are the body's reaction to your thoughts. By observing your feelings, you realize that they are not you. They are simply waves in the vast ocean of your being. Like a seasoned captain steering through turbulent waters, each moment of awareness strengthens your ability to navigate the storms of life. You are no longer carried away by the waves, but guided by the light of your inner compass. Among the many emotions that arise, resentment is one of the heaviest. It clings to your heart like a bag of stones, weighing down your spirit and draining your energy. To carry resentment is to remain bound to the pain of the past, but to forgive is to set yourself free. Forgiveness does not mean condoning the actions that caused harm. Rather, it is an act of liberation, an opening of the windows of your heart to let in fresh air and sunlight. Imagine placing each stone of resentment on the ground, one by one, and feeling your burden lighten with every release. In this moment, say softly to yourself, "I forgive to set myself free." Or write in a journal, "I forgive you for the sake of my own peace." This act of forgiveness is not a weakness, but a profound strength, a gift of love to yourself. Gratitude is like a golden ray of sunlight breaking through the clouds of a stormy sky. Even in the darkest of moments, gratitude can illuminate a path forward, reminding you of the beauty that still surrounds you. It does not need to be grand or extraordinary. It can be found in the simplest blessings: a warm cup of tea, the laughter of a loved one, or the gentle rhythm of rain against your window. Begin each day with gratitude, even for the smallest gifts life offers. As Tony Robbins teaches, gratitude is the ultimate emotion for creating happiness. By starting your morning with gratitude, you align yourself with the light, opening your heart to receive the blessings that life has to offer. Remember, while you may not be able to control the storms of life, you can always choose how to respond to them. Gratitude transforms even the fiercest waves into opportunities for growth, reminding you that the ocean of your emotions is not an obstacle, but a sacred ally on your journey to inner peace. With each breath, each moment of forgiveness, and each act of gratitude, you deepen your connection to your true self. In this harmony, you reclaim your power as the captain of your ship, steering toward the infinite shores of peace and freedom. There may come a moment on your spiritual path when progress seems to slow, and the steps forward feel obscured, like a trail hidden in a soft, enveloping fog. This is not a sign of failure, but a natural phase in your journey, a quiet pause before the unfolding of deeper truths. Embrace this stillness, for it is an invitation to refine your practice and rediscover the path with new clarity and strength. In this sacred moment, let us explore the ways to move beyond this threshold and deepen your connection to the infinite essence within. Meditation is not merely a practice. It is a voyage to the heart of your true self. Beneath the surface of restless thoughts and fleeting emotions lies a profound stillness, a reservoir of peace and clarity waiting to be uncovered. Meditation is like diving into this ocean of your soul, where treasures of wisdom and harmony lie hidden in its depths. How can you embark on this inward journey? Let us begin. Meditation begins not when you close your eyes, but when you create a sanctuary for your practice. Choose a quiet place where the outer world fades, leaving you free to turn inward. Let simplicity guide you, a mat or cushion, perhaps a candle, or an object of meaning if it brings you peace. Sit comfortably, allowing your back to be both strong and soft, like a tree with deep grounding roots and branches that sway with the wind. The lotus position is not essential. Find a posture that feels natural and steady for you. Your breath is the sacred thread that weaves together body, mind, and spirit. Close your eyes and focus on its rhythm, like waves meeting the shore. Breathe deeply and slowly. Inhale through your nose, feeling the cool air fill your lungs. Hold the breath for a moment, savoring its stillness. Then exhale gently through your mouth, releasing all tension and letting it drift away like a cloud. With each cycle of breath, feel yourself settling deeper into stillness. Let your breath anchor you in the present, steadying the mind and easing the body into lightness. To deepen your practice, select an anchor for your attention, a single point that gently holds your awareness. Your breath. Observe its natural flow, noticing the cool sensation as you inhale and the warmth as you exhale. A mantra. Repeat a word or phrase silently, such as peace, I am, or any expression that resonates with your spirit. A visualization. Imagine a radiant light glowing softly in the center of your chest. With each breath, see this light grow brighter, filling you with warmth and love. When your mind wanders, it is natural. Return to your chosen anchor with compassion. Let this return be an act of grace, not judgment, for the inward journey is not about perfection, but about presence. When your session comes to a close, open your eyes slowly, letting the outer world reappear like a soft dawn. Sit quietly for a few moments, feeling the connection between your body and the earth beneath you. End with gratitude. Thank yourself for the gift of this time, for the courage to journey inward, and for the infinite light that flows through you. As Thich Nhat Hanh so beautifully said, meditation is not an escape from life. It is a way to touch its deepest wonders. Through these steps, your meditation practice will evolve from a routine into a sacred dance, a journey into the heart of existence itself. With each breath, you draw closer to the stillness within, discovering that the treasures you seek have always been there, waiting to be uncovered. The ego is the voice within that whispers, I am better, or at times, I am not enough. It thrives on separation from others, from the world, and, most poignantly, from your true self. The ego is like a mask, a veil we wear to feel safe or significant, yet it hides the infinite light of who we truly are. Pure, limitless consciousness. Beneath the ego's illusions lies your true essence, untouched by fear or comparison. It is this essence we seek to rediscover as we gently release the ego's grip and step into the freedom of being. The journey begins with awareness. The ego often speaks through the need to prove, to defend, or to compare. Its voice might say, "I must win this argument," or "I feel diminished because they achieved more." Pause and ask yourself, why is this so important to me? Recognizing the ego in these moments is like seeing through the clouds to the clear sky beyond. Awareness does not banish the ego, but it shines a light on its illusions, softening its hold on your heart. The next step is becoming an observer, a quiet witness to your inner world. Imagine this: someone criticizes you, and a wave of defensiveness rises. Instead of reacting, pause, breathe. Ask yourself, is this hurt coming from my true self, or is it the ego? Visualize the ego as a character, a figure trying to control your responses and direct your actions. By observing this character, you begin to disempower it. The ego thrives in the shadows of unconscious reactions, but when you bring your awareness to its movements, it begins to fade, like mist under the morning sun. The ego also clings to external symbols of identity, roles, possessions, and achievements. It whispers, "You are valuable because of this title or that accomplishment." Challenge this by practicing non-attachment. For instance, spend a week holding back from sharing your successes. Achieve for the sake of growth, not recognition. In the quiet of this practice, you may hear a deeper truth emerge. You are enough, just as you are. Working with the ego is not a battle, but a gentle surrender. The ego feeds on resistance, growing stronger when we fight it. Instead, meet it with compassion. As Eckhart Tolle reminds us, the ego loves resistance. When you stop fighting it, it loses its strength. Each time you choose presence over reaction, you loosen the chains of the ego. Each time you let go of comparison or the need to prove, you take a step closer to your infinite self, a self radiant with light, peace, and unconditional love. Beyond the illusions of the ego lies your true essence, a boundless consciousness that connects you with all of existence. As you walk the path of self-awareness, you may encounter moments of challenge, like stepping into a dense forest where the light feels distant. At other times, the way will open wide, revealing a horizon of infinite possibilities. Every step, whether shrouded in doubt or filled with clarity, offers a gift. It is an opportunity to know yourself more deeply, to peel back the layers of illusion, and to remember the truth that has always been within you. You are light. You are love. You are free. As you walk this path, let each moment of self-awareness guide you closer to your essence, and trust that the journey itself is sacred. In solitude, it's easy to feel at peace. Wrapped in silence, you are like a tranquil lake, undisturbed and reflective. Yet, the essence of your spiritual journey is not tested in this stillness, but in the movement of life, in the moments when the outer world reaches out to meet you. When people, events, and emotions arise, they act as mirrors, reflecting parts of yourself you may not yet see. This is where true growth begins. Spirituality is not a retreat from the world, but an embrace of it. As Ram Dass wisely said, if you think you're enlightened, spend a week with your family. The inner and outer worlds are inseparable, like two sides of the same coin. To explore one is to deepen your understanding of the other. True spirituality lies in allowing your inner transformation to ripple outward, creating harmony not only within yourself, but also in the world around you. Service is not about sacrifice or self-denial. It is about love. It is the natural flow of inner peace radiating outward, touching all that surrounds you. When your heart overflows with love, it cannot help but share its light, like a flame that ignites other flames without diminishing its own. To serve others with no expectation of reward is to recognize the sacred connection that binds all life. Each small act of kindness is like a pebble cast into a still pond. Its ripples extend far beyond what the eye can see. How can you begin this practice? Start simply. Offer help to a neighbor, share a smile with a stranger, or speak words of encouragement to a friend. Even the smallest gesture holds profound meaning when it comes from the heart. As Mother Teresa reminds us, we cannot do great things. We can only do small things with great love. True service does not require grand acts or recognition. It can be a silent prayer for someone in need, or a moment of mindfulness where you choose patience over irritation. These subtle, everyday choices are acts of service as well, for they ripple outward, bringing peace and understanding to the world. Set aside time to intentionally give to others. Volunteer, feed stray animals, or simply sit with someone who feels lonely. Do these things not for recognition or repayment, but for the joy of giving itself. In this surrender, you will find freedom. A freedom that comes from knowing you are serving life itself, not a separate other. Through acts of service, the boundary between giver and receiver dissolves. You come to understand that in giving, you are also receiving. As Ramana Maharshi beautifully expressed, true happiness is the realization that there is no difference between the giver and the receiver. Service, then, is not a path of depletion, but one of abundance. The more you give, the more you find yourself nourished. Not because you seek reward, but because love and generosity are the natural laws of the universe. The water you offer to others inevitably feeds your own roots. Pause and ask yourself, what can I do today to bring a little more light into the world? Let the answer come softly, without pressure. Whether it's a kind word, a helping hand, or a quiet prayer, let it arise from sincerity. Remember, every action born of love is a spark of light, illuminating not only your path, but the paths of those around you. Through service, you deepen your connection to the outer world and to the sacred truth that we are all one. When you give from the heart, you participate in a greater flow of life, a cycle of love, abundance, and harmony that transforms not only the world, but also your very being. Let your actions be simple, yet profound, for it is in these humble gestures that the greatest light is found. Close your eyes and let your spirit descend into stillness, like a single drop of water merging into the boundless ocean. In this moment, feel the truth that lies beyond appearances. You are not apart from the ocean. You are the ocean in all its vastness and mystery. This is the essence of life itself, where every individual, every being, every moment flows together in the eternal rhythm of existence. To embrace this is to transcend the illusions of the ego, that fragile shell of separateness, and awaken to the infinite interconnectedness that binds all things. The phrase, "We are one," is not mere poetry. It is the timeless truth whispered by the stars, carried on the winds, and reflected in every drop of dew. Look deeply, and you will see the trees that breathe life into the air, the rivers that carve paths through the earth, the creatures that share this sacred space, all are threads in the same divine tapestry. The breath you draw now may once have swept through the lungs of ancient sages or danced amidst the leaves of primeval forests. The water that quenches your thirst has traveled through countless forms, whispering the story of eternity. Everything is a part of an infinite cycle, a sacred exchange where giving and receiving lose their boundaries. Throughout the rhythm of your day, pause and let your heart attune to this deeper harmony. Watch a bird take flight and recognize that its journey is also yours, carried by the same unseen currents of life. Reflect on the bread upon your table, born of the earth's abundance, nurtured by hands you will never meet. Let gratitude bloom within you, for each moment is a miracle woven from countless unseen threads. And as you walk this path of awareness, know that every action, every thought ripples outward into the vast sea of existence. A smile given freely becomes a beam of light, illuminating corners of the world you cannot see. Anger, too, radiates, casting shadows that linger. With this understanding, you begin to live with intention, asking, "What energy will I release into the world today?" In the quiet light of this awareness, the illusion of separation begins to dissolve. When someone speaks harshly, see their pain as a reflection of your own wounds, calling for healing. When joy bursts forth from another, recognize it as your own heart expanding, for their happiness is a mirror of your inner light. This realization transforms everything. The walls that divide begin to crumble, revealing the truth. There is no other. Each face you see, each hand you hold, is but another expression of the divine. And in offering love to them, you are offering love to yourself. As the poet Rumi so beautifully said, "You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop." These words carry the wisdom of unity, reminding you that every step you take, every breath you inhale, every thought you hold is part of this magnificent wholeness. Feel this truth now. Let it anchor within the sacred vessel of your heart. You are never separate. You are never alone. You are not simply in the universe. You are the universe. You are the light. You are the ocean. You are everything. As you ascend through the highest stages of awakening, you begin to realize that these pinnacles of spiritual growth are not destinations, but doorways, portals that open into deeper dimensions of awareness. Here, the truths you have uncovered become living, breathing aspects of your being. Spirituality no longer resides in the rituals or practices you perform. It becomes the essence of who you are. Every breath, every thought, every step becomes a sacred expression of your connection to the eternal. At this stage, meditation transforms from an act into a way of existing. It becomes less about sitting in silence and more about abiding in a state of pure presence. This is where you encounter the concept of emptiness, not as a void, but as a boundless fullness, an infinite space in which all things arise and dissolve. As the Zen masters say, emptiness is not empty, it is filled with everything. This profound truth shatters the illusions of the mind, liberating you to experience life in its raw, unfiltered essence, beyond ego, beyond judgment, beyond separation. Visualize holding an hourglass in your hands. Each grain of sand is a fleeting moment, slipping through the narrow passage of time. And yet, instead of witnessing the flow with serenity, We so often gaze upward, anxious about what remains, or downward, lamenting what has already fallen. In doing so, we overlook the miracle of the present, the only space where life truly exists. To live fully in the moment is to awaken to the sacredness of now. It is not merely a practice, it is an art, a path to ultimate liberation. The mind, with its restless nature, is a storyteller, weaving endless tales that draw us out of presence. It pulls us into the past, where it replays old wounds and triumphs, or projects us into the future, where it spins fantasies of hope or dread. In these wanderings, we lose the only reality we truly possess, the now. As Eckhart Tolle reminds us, nothing ever happened in the past. It happened in the now. Nothing will ever happen in the future. It will happen in the now. The mind is an instrument, but left unchecked, it becomes a veil. To live in the moment is to part this veil and see clearly, to reclaim the miracle of being fully alive. Begin with a single breath. Inhale slowly, feeling the air fill your body, then exhale, releasing it back into the world. Rest in this awareness, feeling the subtle rhythm of life flowing through you. Now, extend this awareness outward. Touch the surface of the table before you. Feel its texture, smooth, rough, cool, or warm. Listen to the sounds around you, letting them wash over you without judgment. Observe how the light dances across the room, or how shadows shift with time. Each of these small moments is a portal to the now. When your thoughts begin to wander, and they will, do not resist or reprimand them. Simply notice them as you would clouds drifting across the sky. They come, they pass, and they dissolve, leaving the vast expanse of presence untouched. To live in the moment does not mean to withdraw from life. It means to meet life fully, with all your senses and heart open. If you are cooking, let the aroma of spices and the texture of the ingredients anchor you. If you are speaking to a friend, listen as though the universe itself is speaking through them. Every moment becomes an opportunity to witness the sacred unfolding of existence. The higher stages of awakening invite you to deepen your discipline, refine your practices, and immerse yourself in the eternal now. But know this, awakening is not a summit you conquer. It is an infinite path that spirals ever inward toward the divine essence within you. Each step you take reveals a new horizon, a new truth, a deeper layer of the boundless mystery that is life. The more you live in the present, the more you align with this eternal flow. You begin to see that life is not something happening to you. It is something happening through you. You are not merely a witness to the divine. You are an expression of it. So, breathe deeply. Feel the fullness of this moment. You are not bound by time. You are the timeless. You are not separate from life. You are life itself, flowing endlessly in the sacred dance of being. This journey has no end. It is an infinite unfolding of yourself, into yourself, for all eternity. The journey to your higher self is not a race with a finish line, nor a goal to be conquered. Instead, it is a sacred pilgrimage, a profound unfolding of the infinite essence already within you. It is a process, eternal and boundless, where each moment reveals a deeper layer of your true nature. From the moment of your birth, a divine spark has resided within you, though it is often obscured by the veils of the mind and the weight of emotional burdens. Realizing your higher self is not about becoming something new. It is about remembering who you have always been and peeling away the layers that separate you from your innate divinity. As Jiddu Krishnamurti so eloquently said, true freedom is freedom from oneself. To awaken to your higher self is to step beyond the confines of ego, beyond the attachments that tether you to transient illusions. It is a liberation that allows you to experience unity with the cosmos, the eternal source, and the infinite flow of life. Your higher self is your purest essence, your unchanging, boundless consciousness. It is not governed by personal desires or fleeting ambitions, but radiates universal understanding, compassion, and unconditional love. In this state, you no longer feel separate from the world. You are the world. You become one with the rhythm of existence, woven seamlessly into the infinite fabric of life. Picture yourself as a mirror that has been clouded by the dust of old habits, beliefs, and emotions. This dust dims the reflection of your true self, making you believe that joy and peace must be found outside of you, in possessions, achievements, or others. Yet, as you gently cleanse the surface of this mirror, you will see clearly that the light you seek has always been within you. Happiness, like the flame of a candle, does not come from external sources. It is ever present, patiently waiting to illuminate your life. One of the most transformative steps on this journey is learning to observe your thoughts and emotions without attaching yourself to them. Be the still witness of your inner world, watching as waves of fear, anger, or desire rise and fall. As you practice this awareness, you will come to realize that beneath the shifting tides of the mind lies the calm, unchanging ocean of your true self. The higher self is not an abstract ideal. It is alive within you at this very moment. Every breath, every moment of stillness, every act of compassion brings you closer to the realization that you are already whole. You are not striving to reach the higher self as though it were something distant or separate. You are simply shedding the illusions that have kept you from embracing what you already are. Light, purity, and love. Spiritual awakening, enlightenment, the path to the divine. This is not a race, nor a destination to conquer. It is a gentle unfolding, a quiet homecoming to your natural state of unity, peace, and love. Along the way, you will shed the illusions that have bound you, the fears that have clouded your vision, and the attachments that have weighed upon your soul. What remains is your purest essence, a reflection of the divine, radiant and whole. As you walk this path, embrace the process with patience and grace. Know that even in moments of doubt or struggle, the light of your higher self shines unwaveringly within you. With every step, you are coming home, not to a distant place, but to the infinite truth that you have always carried in your heart. You are not separate from the universe. You are the universe. You are the light, the love, and the eternal stillness at the center of all things. And as you awaken to this truth, you will see that your journey was never one of seeking, but of becoming who you already are. Welcome home to yourself.